your soul! Your nose is mine! Stake your soul is one of the most ultimate cards to claim your opponent's nostrils and immediately win the duel.
Okay, one more game to Master 1. Probably gonna say that I don't think this run is that smooth, but I think it's fast enough. It was like kind of something in the middle, and yet we lose the coin toss. It's been a long time since last time I played like a Clone first deck, unless you count the freaking like Meme Yada Grasu deck. And yeah, well, actually playing hand trap now. This hand is like crazy. We kind of cook. If his deck is like weak to shifter, we are kind of cooking here. Actually, it's perfect if shifter like resolve. Ooh, nice. Shifter. No response. Okay, I'll throw in the maxi as well. I have to, might as well. No response. I don't think he will keep playing unless he's a psycho, right? Because the math mix up doesn't work here. Even Ignister doesn't work here. So if he doesn't have any interruption, I think we should win. Okay, Bell is nice. I think we should win. Let's go with Fenrir. I'll activate his effect. I'll add the Rise Heart or Fire. I have enough Earth already. Let's go. Raisin. Activate. Oh, that stops us from OTKing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if that resolve. Okay, let's just banish it. I'm pretty sure if this resolve, we win on the spot. Looks like our victory is gonna have to wait. If I summon Rise Heart, it's 24, 18. There's no point in putting him like lower, right? He doesn't pay any life points, so let's just go combat. Attack. Attack here. That's fine, we have another maxi. Consider the fact that he didn't have anything to negate the last turn, so he has to top deck something. And if it's qualified, our Bell actually stopped it. I'm actually gonna throw maxi in standby phase. Normally I won't do that against like freaking Cybers because they run Gamma. But the thing is, Bell also negates Gamma. That's a funny thing. Because Driver technically can be special summoned from the graveyard. Did you see that failure? He's dead on the shifter, man. Okay, he has to play now. Even though Maxi is active, he has to try the OTK. The thing is, I run like 3 Nip, and we have a Bell to stop the Translord as well. So, Big of the Devil. You know, it's kind of fitting. Our Master 1 game is always going to be like this. I went through all these just to get a trolley Master 1 game. Look at this. The win rate is decent, I think. It's not as impressive as Sky Striker, right? It's not. But I think it's good enough, obviously. Let's get to the deck list right here. I'm actually going to have to pause. Alright, sorry. I have to take a phone call. Anyway, I shouldn't put it in after editing, but it's alright, I think. It's alright. Let's get to the deck list right here. I decided to run like 42 cards because while I'm running at 42, I didn't feel like breaking at all. Maybe I break like 1 in 10 games. Maybe I'm just lucky. But the thing is, I need all of these cards. I actually need all of these cards. So I cannot take anything out. It has been working, so I keep it that way. And hey, we did reach Master 1 with it. So, just a little bit of achievement with Vanquish Soul. So let's get through card by card. We have first Kurikara, the Divine Carnate. Actually, I think it's a very important monster. It's a fire monster, so you can reveal all raisins. And it's also out with the stuff that Vanquish Soul usually have problem dealing with, like for example, freaking Borderland, Nor. If you don't manage to hand trap all those decks, then they're gonna have that thing sitting on the field, which is most of the time, by the way. And you can't actually out it with your engine. It's very hard to out them with your engine. So obviously, I'm gonna run Kurikara. It's expensive, yes, ultra rare, obviously, but it's worth it. Next up, Maxi. Welcome back to the deck list after like 1 month of not using it, right? It's just very good in this deck. I cannot leave it out because it's an Earth, right? It's an Earth, so you have Earth to reveal it off like Raisin or Valius, all that stuff. And it's also a very nice hand trap because I run like a lot of things like Nibiru, 3, right? You see 3 Nibirus, and as you see at the Master 5 game as well, Master 1 ranked up game as well, we instantly drew Nibiru into Maxi. It didn't happen quite often, but the thing is, deck's very relying on hand trap to stop your opponent because your engine interruption is all like monster pop, right? Barely pop in his spell trap, and it's mostly just monster pop, and a lot of deck can play through like that type of interruption, I would say. So I think having Nibiru and Maxi here helps quite a lot. And next up we have Ash Blossom. Of course, best hand trap here is a fire type, and the fire type is actually the thing that you need the most because of Xiaolong. Next up we have Bell. I've been running into a lot of Math Mech because they also have new support this set. This is the selection part as well, and also Labyrinth quite a lot. And running 3 Ash and 2 Bell helped me in that matchup in that regard, because normally if you don't draw any of these, it's going to be very hard to get Lab. And against Math Mech as well, this just negate transcode if need be, also negate the super factorial, yeah? Also, one very important interaction. Normally if you out Noir purely with the Kurikara, there my friend is gonna get all the spell back. So if I manage to out it with Kurikara, or like any other way I guess, and you have Bell in your hand, then you can actually use Bell to negate the effect of my friend Pearly to stop their follow. And next turn you probably just have to go through one interaction to negate their your Lily. And then it's going to be very hard for them to get back into the play. Unless they are very lucky and draw like freaking... I mean, it's just gambling with the white cat. That's all of it. So Bell is very nice here. We still have 1 copy of Cashier Rise Heart alongside with 2 Cashier of Fenrir. Fenrir can search out Fenrir for an Earth in your hand, or if you want to fire, you can set out Rise Heart. I would say that it's important. If you run Fenrir, you just have to play Rise Heart. If you don't run Rise Heart, might as well don't run Fenrir either. Because, I mean, having a fire in your hand is very important. Next up, we have the first Vanquish Soul card. Raisin. Important stuff. You cannot just play, right? Without Raisin. It's just the starter. It's like Math Mech Circular, but deck is just less consistent, so you don't get it quite as often as Circular. But obviously, you play 3 of these. We play 1 Plantera, because it's an Earth, it's searchable, and it's also... the effect is niche. You don't use it a lot. The thing is in the Earth. It's an Earth, and its name is Vanquish Soul. So it's decent stat, I guess. So next up, we have 2 Mad Love. Not sure why this is UR, because it's not even a starter, and you don't even, like... If you start comboing, you don't even prioritize this thing first, right? You prioritize like Xiaolong to search for another thing, or like Borger to draw another card. I guess it's a dark, so it's cool. We're running 2, obviously because of the dark. And it's level 4, I guess. Next up, we have 2 Xiaolong. You could play this as 3, but the thing is, my first 10 games, I drew like multiple of these a lot, and I bricked with them. So I just took 1 out, and it has been smooth sailing from there. So I'm not sure if that's like coincidence or not, but I didn't change since then. So you could run 3. Again, you could run 3, but I run 2. Next up, we have Dimension Shifter. Not great against Kashira, but actually clap Shira all the time with this deck, funnily enough. So I just have to worry about the other matchup, right? Labyrinth, Pearly, and also Math Mech. Yes, Math Mech is in the meta now, face it. So it's very great against those 3. Labyrinth and Pearly can definitely play around it. But the thing is, if they play around it, then our interruption is going to be more effective in our turn, right? If we like pop something, it's going to get banished instead of sending to graveyard. Sure, they could play around it. They could still make a decent end board with Shifter active. But playing into our like us playing into their board, yes, would be much easier with Shifter active. Also, again, my friend Pearly, if I out to Noir, they're gonna add back all the spell. If Shifter is active, they cannot do that anymore. So that's one thing. Next up, we have Fenrir, of course, already mentioned. I have 3 Heavy Borger in the main deck. I really like this monster, actually. If you draw this quite often, you're gonna dodge Imperm all the time, which they usually use on the Raisin. I don't think they should do that. I think the most efficient is like against the Rock, actually. But even then, it's not much value. Because with Raisin, you usually normal summon activate effect, and you have this thing to bounce back to your hand to dodge Imperm. Also dodge like spot removal, like a Rise Heart. And freaking like Fenrir, all that stuff, and I really like it. So I run 3 of these. It's also like the best monster, actually. I think like behind after like Raisin, this should be the most important one. It draws you a card as well. We're running a lot of hand traps, so that's very important. So inflict 1500 damage, which is very important, actually. I really like this. Like sometimes I even like got tempted to use this effect instead of drawing 1 on turn 1. But yeah, drawing 1 is always correct on turn 1, unless you don't have a dark and you just burn. Next up, we have 2 Valias. You could run 1, but I'm running 2 because, yeah, again, I just want to dodge the spot removal or the spot negate like Imperm or that stuff. So I'm running 2 of these. It's really nice for Small War Bridge as well. It's an Earth, so sometimes you take 1 of these out and you have to make sure that you have 1 left in the deck. Next up, we have 3 Nibirus, actually, because in this deck, if you don't manage to hand trap your opponent, I don't think you can break their board successfully, unless they're playing Kashira, because I actually found Kashira to be the most breakable board. Then you need to simplify the field to be able to break it. And Nibiru is nice against like almost everything. not the big three, I think. Cashier works against Cashier, but against Purely and Lap is not that good. So that's why we're having like the Flash and Bell for Lap and like Shifter, all that stuff, right? So it's kind of like a split deck here, but it works like in retrospective, in like the grand scheme of things. So I really like Nibiru. Obviously, if you run 3 of these, sometimes you break with this. But I just have to live with the fact that sometimes it win me games and sometimes it lose me game, and actually won me more games than it loses. So I think it's worth running. Unless you don't have 3 of them, then I don't know. So we have 1 Rhoda, 1 Positive Prosperity, and 2 Small War. Deck is actually seems like it's designed to run Small War, because if you reveal a Nip, you can actually go into Valius because they have 3000 attack, and Valius can actually go into Raisin because they have 1500 defense. You can also go Valius into freaking Kurikara because it's at 1500 defense. That's just funny. Next up we have Stake Your Soul and Dust Devil alongside with Snow Devil. I don't like the Continue. Continue I think it sucks, and unfortunately we have to run the second OBB1 because it's just very good in the deck. In the extra deck you could run anything aside from the 3 rock. I don't have enough extra deck for this account. So I think the 3 rocks is important, and that the other thing is just like the thing I pick up while playing. So yeah, here's the deck, the Rich Master one. I think it's solid. I think it's solid. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.